Hello friends, this is teacher JB. Today we are studying English with a story, and the title of the story is The Best Prince. The Best Prince. First we are going to study 20 words, and the first one is allow. Allow. Allow is a verb and it has two syllables, A-L-L-O-W. Action of the second syllable, allow. To allow something to happen means to let it happen. Having a ticket will allow you to enter the show. Allow. Next one, announce. Announce. Announce is a verb and it has two syllables, A-N-N-O-U-N-C-E. Action the second syllable, nounce. Announce. To announce something is to make it known. He announced to everyone his new idea for the company. Announce. Next one, beside. Beside. Beside is a preposition and it has two syllables, B-E-S-I-D-E. Action the second syllable, side. Beside. When someone or something is beside you, they are next to you. The two brothers stood beside each other. Beside. Next one, challenge. Challenge. Challenge is a noun. It has two syllables, C-H-A-L-L-E-N-G-E. Action the first syllable, challenge. A challenge is something difficult to complete. It was a challenge to climb to the top of the mountain. Challenge. The next word, claim. Claim. And claim is a verb. To claim means to say that something is true. He claimed to know why the country's laws were weak. Claim. Next one, condition. Condition. Condition is a noun and it has three syllables. C-O-N-D-I-T-I-O-N. Action the second syllable. Dish. Condition. The condition of someone or something is the state that they are in. The patient's condition was very good. Condition. The next one is contribute. Contribute. Contribute is a verb. It has three syllables. C-O-N-T-R-I-B-U-T-E. Action the second syllable. Trip. Contribute. To contribute to something means to do something to make it successful. We decided to contribute money to the new hospital. Contribute. Next one, difference. Difference. Difference is a noun. It has three syllables. D-I-F-F-E-R-E-N-C-E. Action the first syllable, difference. A difference is a way that something is not like other things. The biggest difference between the birds is the color of their feathers. Difference. Next one, divide. Divide. Divide is a verb and it has two syllables. D-I-V-I-D-E. Action the second syllable, divide. To divide something is to make it into smaller parts. We divided a pizza. Divide. Next one, expert. Expert. Expert is a noun. It has two syllables, E-X-P-E-R-T, and this X has two sounds, K and S. Expert. An expert is someone who is very good at doing something. The wizard was an expert at magic. Expert. The next word is famous. Famous. Famous is an adjective. It has two syllables, F-A-M-O-U-S. Accent the first syllable, famous. If someone or something is famous, they are known to many people. The Eiffel Tower in Paris is very famous. Famous. Next one, force. Force. Force is a noun. Force is a person's strength or power. He used all his force to try and open the door. Force. Next one, harm. Harm. Harm is a noun. Harm is hurt or problems caused to someone or something. A hot iron can cause great harm if you're not careful. Harm. Next one, lay. Lay. Lay is a verb. To lay means to put or place in a horizontal or flat position. Don't lay your socks on the floor. Lay. Next one, peace. Peace. Peace is a noun. Peace is a time without war. A white dove is a symbol for peace. Peace. Next one, prince. Prince. Prince is a noun. A prince is the son of a king. The prince and the princess were married. Prince. Next one, protect. Protect. Protect is a verb and it has two syllables. P-R-O-T-E-C-T. Accent the second syllable. Protect. To protect someone is to stop them from getting hurt. Firemen protect us from fires. Next one, sense. Sense. Sense is a verb. To sense something is to know about it without being told. I could sense that he was watching me. Sense. Next one, sudden. Sudden. Sudden is an adverb and it has two syllables. S-U-D-D-E-N. Accent on the first syllable. Sudden. Sudden. When something is sudden, it happens very quickly. He felt a sudden pain in his chest. Sudden. Next one, therefore. Therefore. Therefore is an adverb. It has two syllables. T-H-E-R-E. F-O-R-E. Accent on the first syllable. There. Therefore. Therefore means for this reason. He is fat. Therefore, he will go on a diet. He is fat. For this reason, he will go on a diet. Now choose the right word for the given definition. Something difficult that you have to do. Something difficult that you have to do. A condition, B sense, C challenge, D divide. Answer is C, challenge. Number 2. The son of a king. A prince, B expert, C famous, D force. Answer is A, prince. Number 3. To do something to help succeed. A contribute, B sudden, C harm, D peace. Answer is A, contribute. Number 4. For this reason. A allow, B therefore, C announce, D beside. Answer is B, therefore. Number 5. To stop someone from getting hurt. A claim, B protect, C lay, D difference. Answer is B, protect. Now write a word that is similar in meaning to the underlined part. Sarah let him go to the game. So let the word is allow A-L-L-O-W, and then we need to know that this is past tense because it doesn't have an S, so it's going to be allowed. Sarah let him go to the game. Allowed. The child promised not to hurt our cat. The other word for hurt is going to be harm. The child promised not to harm our cat. Next one, number 3. She was well-known writer in our town. Well-known means famous. F-A-M-O-U-S. Famous. Next one. You should say it is true that you never lie. So say something is true. It is claim. C-L-A-I-M. Claim. Number 5. The food was cut into smaller parts so we could all eat. So cutting something into smaller parts is divide. D-I-V-I-D-E. And then this is past tense. So we say divided. So was cut, past tense, divided. Now check the one that suits the blank naturally. It wasn't right for the coach to make the race such a challenge to allow me to play. The answer is A, to make the race such a challenge. My sister and I were fighting. We announced the winners. My sister claimed she didn't like me, so we were fighting. Answer is B. My sister claimed she didn't like me. Number 3, everyone knew her because I stood beside her because she was famous. Answer is B. Because she was famous. The man would not buy the bike because of his difference, because of its bad condition. Answer is going to be B. Because of its bad condition. Number 5. No one could win against Sally because she was an expert, because she never used the force. Answer is going to be A. Because she was an expert. Number 6. We were scared because the dog might harm us. B. Might bring us peace. Answer is going to be A. Might harm us. Number 7. The police wanted A. to protect us from danger. B. to not make any sense. Answer is going to be A. to protect us from danger. Number 8. You're too sick to play outside. A. Don't lay your feet on the table. B. Therefore, play inside. Answer is going to be B. Therefore, play inside. Number 9. She was surprised by A. the expected amount contributed by the animals. B. the sudden noise outside. Answer is going to be B. the sudden noise outside. Number 10. Please be fair when you meet the prince. B. when you divide the land. So answer is going to be B. when you divide the land. The best prince. King Minos was very sick. His condition was getting worse. He had 3 sons. He loved them all. He had to announce who would become king. 2 of the princes stood waiting outside the king's room. Theseus was the oldest and strongest. He thought his father would make him king. Pelias, the second son, thought differently. He was an expert with weapons. He thought the king would choose him. When I'm king, Theseus told Pelias, I will let you contribute to the defense of our country. You can lead the army. Pelias became angry. Father knows I'm famous for my sword skills. He will make me king. You? Theseus yelled. He won't choose you. The kingdom is mine. Pelias claimed. Father will give it to me, or I will use force to take it. Theseus made a sudden move to take out his sword. Then Pelias did the same. Beating me will be a challenge, Theseus said. Fight me now. The winner gets the kingdom. Peleus agreed. King Minos could hear his sons fighting. The youngest son, Jason, stood beside him. He sensed his father's sadness. The king laid his hand flat on Jason's arm. Your brothers fight too much, the king told him. I must protect my kingdom from all harm. They will divide it between them. The people won't know what to do. There will be war. I can't allow either of them to be king. Therefore, I'm making you king. Your kindness has always made you special. It's the difference between you and your brothers. You can bring peace. They can't. Then the king died. Theseus and Peleus heard that their youngest brother was king. They were surprised. They realized that their fighting was wrong. It had kept them from saying goodbye to their father. They agreed to have Jason as their king. He was the best choice. Now listen to the audio.
The Best Prince. King Minos was very sick. His condition was getting worse. He had 3 sons. He loved them all. He had to announce who would become king. 2 of the princes stood waiting outside the king's room. Theseus was the oldest and strongest. He thought his father would make him king. Peleus, the second son, thought differently. He was an expert with weapons. He thought the king would choose him. When I'm king, Theseus told Peleus, I'll let you contribute to the defense of our country. You can lead the army. Peleus became angry. Father knows I'm famous for my sword skills. He'll make me king. You, Theseus yelled. He won't choose you. The kingdom is mine, Peleus claimed. Father will give it to me, or I'll use force to take it. Theseus made a sudden move to take out his sword. Then Peleus did the same. Beating me will be a challenge, Theseus said. Fight me now. The winner gets the kingdom. Peleus agreed. King Minos could hear his sons fighting. The youngest son, Jason, stood beside him. He sensed his father's sadness. The king laid his hand flat on Jason's arm. Your brothers fight too much, the king told him. I must protect my kingdom from all harm. They'll divide it between them. The people won't know what to do. There'll be war. I can't allow either of them to be king. Therefore, I'm making you king. Your kindness has always made you special. It's the difference between you and your brothers. You can bring peace. They can't. Then the king died. Theseus and Peleus heard that their youngest brother was king. They were surprised. They realized that their fighting was wrong. It had kept them from saying goodbye to their father. They agreed to have Jason as their king. He was the best choice.
Okay, friends, this is the conclusion of today's study. I will come back to you with another story and vocabulary. Until then, keep studying English and have a great day. Bye.